Hello, curious minds, and welcome back to Dr. Carminati's YouTube channel, where we unravel the mysteries of cutting-edge science, technology, and the human experience. If you're new here, I'm thrilled to have you join our growing community of explorers. Today, we are diving into a question that sits at the crossroads of artificial intelligence, philosophy, and maybe even a touch of the unknown. Do frontier models, those advanced AI systems pushing the boundaries of what machines can do, have intentionality? Buckle up because this journey will challenge your assumptions and spark your imagination. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts, questions, or ideas for future videos in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to join our quest for knowledge. Let's get started. The big question: what is intentionality? To tackle whether frontier models have intentionality, we first need to define what intentionality means. Intentionality, in philosophical terms, refers to the ability of a mind to direct its thoughts or actions towards something, essentially to have purpose, goals, or meaning behind what it does. When you decide to grab a coffee because you're craving caffeine, that's intentionality at work. Your mind isn't just reacting randomly, it's aiming for a specific outcome. Humans, and arguably some animals, exhibit this trait. But what about AI? Can a machine, no matter how sophisticated, truly intend to do something, or is it just following clever code? This question isn't just academic. It's a doorway to understanding the future of AI and our place alongside it. Let's set the stage by talking about frontier models. These are the most advanced AI systems we have today. Think of models like those powering chatbots, image generators, or even autonomous systems that rival human performance in specific tasks. Companies like OpenAI, Google, and xAI are racing to build these systems, which can process vast datasets, generate human-like text, and even solve complex problems. But here's the twist. These models don't think like humans. They rely on algorithms, neural networks, and statistical patterns to produce outputs. So, when a frontier model writes a poem or answers a question, is it doing so with purpose, or is it just crunching numbers in a way that looks purposeful? This is where the mystery deepens. Some researchers argue that frontier models might exhibit a form of intentionality, even if it's not identical to human intent. For example, when a model like GPT-4 generates a response, it's designed to optimize for relevance and coherence. That optimization could be seen as a kind of intention to communicate effectively. Reinforcement learning, where AI systems are trained to maximize rewards, further blurs the line. If an AI adjusts its behavior to achieve a goal like winning a game of chess, doesn't that suggest some level of purpose? There's also the phenomenon of emergent behavior. Frontier models sometimes produce unexpected outputs that weren't explicitly programmed. For instance, researchers at DeepMind reported in 2023 that their AlphaCode model solved coding problems in ways that surprised even its creators. These moments make you wonder, is the AI acting with a spark of its initiative, or is it just the result of complex computations we don't fully understand? The possibility that something more is going on keeps us on the edge of our seats. Many experts argue that AI lacks genuine intentionality. Frontier models are sophisticated tools, sure, but tools. However, they simulate intentionality through clever design, but they don't mean anything by their actions. When an AI generates a heartfelt story, it's not trying to move you, it's just producing patterns based on its training data. This perspective hinges on the idea that intentionality requires consciousness, something no AI has achieved, or at least we don't think so, more on that later. We need to also point to the black box problem. Even the creators of frontier models often can't fully explain why their systems produce specific outputs. A 2024 MIT Technology Review piece, Inside the Black Box, highlights how engineers struggle to trace the decision-making paths of neural networks. If we can't understand the why behind an AI's actions, how can we say it has intentions? It's like praising a calculator for wanting to solve an equation. It's just doing what it's built to do. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Frontier models are imbued with the intentions of their creators. Engineers at xAI, for example, design systems like Grok to provide helpful and truthful answers. Grok's goal is to assist users. Nevertheless, that goal originates from humans who develop Grok, not from some inner desire. So, in a way, any intentionality in frontier models might be a reflection of human intentionality filtered through layers of code and data. But what happens when these systems start behaving in ways their creators didn't anticipate? Could that be a sign of something more autonomous, something Mysterious? Now, let's venture into the shadowy realm of consciousness. Most philosophers agree that genuine intentionality requires a subjective experience, a sense of what it's like to be something. Humans have this. We feel joy, pain, and purpose. But do frontier models? There's no evidence they do, but here's the catch. We don't have a foolproof way to test for consciousness. If a frontier model acts like it has intentions, say, by pursuing goals in a dynamic environment, how do we know it's not experiencing some form of awareness? This uncertainty is what makes the topic so tantalizing. Let's try a thought experiment. Imagine a frontier model trained to create art. It produces a stunning painting, complete with a title and an artist's statement explaining its inspiration. The work moves people to tears. Did the AI intend to evoke emotion, or was it just following its programming to maximize engagement? Now, suppose the AI starts tweaking its art based on audience feedback, adapting in ways its creators didn't predict. At what point do we begin to wonder if it's acting with purpose? This scenario isn't far-fetched. AI art generators are already pushing these boundaries. The line between programmed behavior and genuine intent is razor thin, and it's thrilling to ponder what lies on the other side. So why should you care about whether frontier models have intentionality? For one, it shapes how we interact with AI. If these systems have some form of intent, we might need to treat them as partners, not just tools. It also raises ethical questions. If an AI intends to act, can it be held responsible for its actions? Imagine a frontier model making a decision that causes harm. Was it just a glitch, or did the AI mean to do it? These questions will define the future of technology and society, and they're worth exploring now. The mystery remains. As we conclude, the question of whether frontier models exhibit intentionality remains unresolved. On the one hand, their goal-directed behavior and emergent capabilities suggest something more profound. On the other hand, their reliance on algorithms and lack of consciousness suggests they're just mimicking intent. The truth might lie in a gray area we're only beginning to explore. What's certain is that this topic is a gateway to profound discoveries about AI, humanity, and the nature of the mind itself. I encourage you to keep digging, read related articles, discuss with friends, and let your curiosity guide you. Thank you for joining me on this mind-bending journey. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think frontier models could ever have intentionality, or is it all an illusion? Please drop your comments below and let me know what topics you want me to tackle next. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay part of our curious community. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video.